Hello students, welcome to this online course of hydraulics engineering. So in the previous lecture we have studied about the friction factor and various formulas given by various scientists for hydrodynamically rough and smooth surfaces in a turbulent flow. So today we are moving forward and we will try to solve some problems based on the turbulent flow, and we will try to use the friction factor in our problems. So this is today's first problem. For a turbulent flow in pipes, determine the value of y at which point velocity is equal to the mean velocity of the flow. So let us try to first understand what this problem is stating. So this is your pipe, okay, and this is your center line. Velocity variation is something like this, okay. So we want to calculate the distance y, that is y is always calculated from the boundary of the pipe or pipe wall, okay. So at this y, this distance, this u, whatever u is there, that will be equal to v bar, that is the average velocity. So the formula we are already having, and we have to put the value of v is equal to v bar, and directly we can get the value of y. So let us try to solve this. So this formula already we are having, it is between v and v. Capital V is the average velocity, that is mean velocity, and v is the local velocity, okay. So this formula we are having, and it is given in the question that v is equal to capital V, that means v minus v, it will become 0, and here only y is unknown, and we can convert this y in terms of r. So this will become minus 3.75 is equal to 5.75 log 10 y by r, and we will divide it, and we are having log 10 y by r is equal to minus 0.6521. That means y by r will become 10 raised to power minus 0.6521, that is coming out to be 0.227, or sometimes in the books you will see 0.223. So this is the distance from the boundary of the wall, boundary of the pipe, or the wall of the pipe, at which the velocity is equal to the mean velocity. So this was quite easy. It can be asked like for 4 marks or 5 marks in your examination, or directly this result can be asked in the 1 marks or fill in the blanks, like fill in the blanks that y is equal to dash times r, at which the velocity is equal to mean velocity. So in any way they can ask, so you have to remember this result also. Now let us try to solve the next problem. So let us see what this problem is stating. The velocity of flow in a badly corroded pipe is found to increase by 20% as the pitot tube is moved from a point 1 centimeter from the wall to a point 2 centimeter from the wall. So estimate the height of roughness elements. So badly corroded pipe means the pipe is rough, so it is the hidden meaning of this line. And what other details we are having? So this is the pipe, this is your central line, so this is your pipe and pitot tube. So let us say this is 1 centimeter, and this is another 1 centimeter, and it will become 2 centimeter from the pipe. So this is 2 centimeter, okay. So obviously if you are moving away from the boundary, velocity is going to increase. So here we are having some velocity u at distance 2 centimeter, the velocity is going to increase by 20%, okay. So if it is u, here velocity is going to be 1.2 times of u, because it is going to increase by 20%, that means we have to add 20% of u to u. So u plus 0.2 u is 1.2 u. So first we will write the velocity equation for 1 centimeter, then we will write the velocity equation for 2 centimeter, and we will try to see how we can figure it out. Okay, so let us see how we are going to do that. So this formula we know that v by v star is equal to 5.75 log base 10 y by k plus 8.5. So this is the velocity for rough pipe. Okay, rough boundary or rough pipe. So v is the velocity at distance y, v star is shear velocity, y is the distance from the boundary or the wall, and k is the average height of the roughness. So this we want to calculate, this k value we want to calculate. So in the question, if you see, vv is given in some form, y is given, k we want to know, and v star we don't know, we have no idea about v star. So what we can do, we can write equation number 1 and equation number 2. This is for the velocity at 1 centimeter. So u, let us say this u is the velocity at 1 centimeter. So at 2 centimeter it will become 1.2 to 20% increment. So u by v star will become 5.75 log base 10 1 by k. 1 is 1 centimeter distance. Y is equal to, here y is equal to 1 centimeter. Similarly here y is equal to 2 centimeter. So by seeing this, what you can do, we have we only want to calculate k. So if we take the ratio of equation 1 and equation 2, what we are going to get, u and v star will get cancelled out, and only k will be unknown, that we wanted to calculate in the starting of the question. So just take the ratio of first and second. So dividing equation 2 by 1, what we are having, so you can see like this 1.2, this is just simply we have divided. So this equation is divided by here, so this ratio will become 1.2, and the respected values we have written here. Now just multiply, like 1.2 times this value will equal to simply 5.75 log base 2 by k plus 8.5. After simplification, just take the here one thing is there, log 1 by k can be written as log 1 minus log k, and log 2 by k can be written as log 2 minus log k. If the base is same, we can write like this. So log 1 and log 1 will become 0, and log 2 the whatever value it is coming, and after simplification you will get k as 0.94 centimeter. So this was another type of problem. So this was quite simple, just we have to see the both equation and we have to decide what you are going to do with two equation. Either you can replace the values, it's best to divide it so that the similar quantities get cancelled out and only the unknowns will be remaining in the question. So this was the second problem. Now let us try to see the last problem for this topic, and this problem is something like this. The friction for turbulent flow through rough pipe can be determined by Karman. This is Karman-Prandtl equation. So this equation was in the previous lecture, as I have told you, this is Karman-Prandtl equation. So 1 by root f is equal to, it is given in the question itself. Okay, if it is not mentioned like this is Karman-Prandtl, still you have to use this equation only. So here f is friction factor, r is pipe radius, and k is average roughness. So two reservoir with the surface level difference of 20 meter are to be connected by 1 meter diameter pipe and 6 kilometer long. So the pipe diameter is 1.1 meter and it is 6 kilometer long. Now what will be the discharge when a cast iron pipe of roughness k is equal to 0.33 mm is used? So we want to calculate the discharge when the pipe is cast iron, and for cast iron value of k is given as 0.3 mm. Second part is, what will be the percentage increase in the discharge if the cast iron pipe is replaced by steel pipe of roughness k, that is 0.1. If roughness is reduced, flow will increase because roughness denotes the friction resistance to the flow. So if k is less, the friction resistance is less, so flow will increase. So first we will try to understand what this problem is stating. So this is the pipe. Okay, so here if you will see the piezometer, you will put the difference is given as 20 meters, this loss is given as 20 meter over the length of this flow during the flow from this pipe. So at the starting, head is 20 meter more than the downstream end. That means total loss of head is 20 meter, and the loss can be converted into, like, HF is what? F L V square upon 2 G D. So this is the Darcy's-Weisbach equation for head loss. Okay, so from in this equation we have given 20 meter as HF, L is given, G we know 9.81, diameter is given, velocity we have to find the discharge. So for that discharge, velocity is required. So velocity we have to find, and F we have to calculate. So F we will calculate from here. Once velocity will be defined, what we are going to do, multiply this velocity with area, and we will get the discharge. So first part we have to calculate, two parts are there. First we have to calculate discharge in cast iron pipe, then we have to see what is the discharge in steel pipe and how much it is more than the cast iron pipe discharge. So this was the overview of the problem, how we are going to proceed with this problem. So let us see what are the given quantities. Discharge in the level, difference in the level is 20 meter, diameter is given as 1 meter, and the radius will become 0.5. Length is 6 kilometer, that is 6000 meters. Roughness is given as 0.3 mm. So all the things we have calculated in terms of meter. Okay, 0.3 mm we have divided by 1000, so 3 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter, and roughness in steel will be 1 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter. Now discharge is area into velocity, as we all know. So velocity we have to calculate from this equation. From the given data we have figured out that this equation can be used to calculate the velocity. For calculation of velocity, first we have to calculate F. For F we are calculate using this equation. So put all the values are known to us. So this is the equation. R is 0.5 meter, K is 3 into 10 to the power minus 4. So just divide this, you will get 1666.67. Take the value of log. So log of this 1666.67 is coming out to be 3.2218. Multiplied by 2 is 6.4436 plus 1.74 is the constant, and this is 1 by root f. Just take the reciprocal and square in both the sides. Now we are getting f as 0.0149. Okay, so for this f we are going to put in this equation. So from here we are going to calculate the velocity. So the head loss is HF is FLV square by 2GD, that is 20. Everything is known to us. We will put the value of F. L is 6000 meters, 2G is 9.81, and diameter is 1 meter. Take all the known quantities to right hand side, and we will get velocity as 2.095 meters per second. Multiply this with the area, that is pi by 4. Diameter is given as 1 meter, so pi by 4 is 1 meter square, multiplied by 2.095. So discharge through cast iron pipe is coming out to be 1.645 meter cube per second. So this was the first part which we had been asked. Now let us see the discharge with steel pipe. Same procedure we have to follow. First we want to calculate F value. So R is given as 0.5, K is 1 into 10 to the power minus 4, and this will become 5000. Log of 5000 is 0.6989, and finally you will get the value of F as 0.0019. So you can match, here F was 0.0149 and here it is 0.001. So it is almost 15 times lesser than this value. Okay, so that means the friction is less, then discharge will be more automatically. Now same, we have to find the discharge. So first we will use this equation. Sorry. So HF is FLV square by 2GD. Same, put all the values and we will get velocity as 2.344 meter per second. So velocity is more, area is constant, that means Q will be more. So Q is 1.841 meter cube per second. So we wanted to know in the question percentage increase. So percentage increase can be calculated. First we have to take the difference, how much more this discharge is from the cast iron pipe discharge. So 1.841 minus 1.645, it is coming out to be 0.196 meter cube per second. And percentage, so from actual it is more than 0.196, that is 0.196 divided by 1.645, the actual discharge in the cast iron pipe. And delta Q in percentage, if you calculate, you will get 11.91%, almost 12% increase is there. So you can see practically also steel pipes if we are using, so we can get 12% more discharge. But to use this steel pipe we have to check the economy also, whether this economy is justifiable or not. We cannot justify like we are in like by increasing amount of steel pipe, so the maybe the cost is coming out to be, let us say, 100 rupees, and we are gaining only 10 rupees. So we are not going to use steel pipe, we will still use the cast iron pipe. So we have to do the benefit and cost benefit ratio, we have to calculate. Then only we can decide whether we can replace, whether this 12% discharge is going to generate the revenue which is being used, which is like the cost which has been occurred to purchase the steel pipes. If this is the less than the revenue generated, then only we are going to use the steel pipe. So in this way the calculations are there, and you can see the practical application also. So in the next lecture we are going to deal with the boundary layer theory. Okay, so this is all for today. Thank you.